my phone YouTube usage is not that high unless I'm like on the subway or something or on an airplane.
Yeah, same.
I'm the same as David. I pretty much exclusively watch YouTube on my TV. So much so, and this is a little embarrassing, but I have been known to watch shorts on my TV.
No.
It's
A little embarrassing.
It's not.
There's
it's
a
not something-
shorts carousel?
I'm not saying. I'm not saying I'm just sitting there. But you know,
What are you doing?
If
You
I
have to.
If
It's
I,
just
if
one
I
short
go on,
playing over and
If I
over.
go on the homepage, and you know, a short thumbnail catches my eye,
Oh boy.
sometimes I'll click it.
So the CEO of YouTube put out this sort of annual, I guess it's annual, a letter to creators where they talk about what they're doing, what they're hopefully focusing on going forward. And we couldn't help but notice that there was a solid focus on YouTube on TV, how YouTube is growing on TVs, how it's actually surpassed mobile. So there's more YouTube viewership on TVs than on smartphones, which is pretty crazy. But then I went and looked it up. And, you know, this is obviously dependent on the audience and like where people are watching, what type of stuff they're watching. To me, someone who does not watch any YouTube on TVs, I thought this was fascinating. I always hear about the living room experience, YouTube taking over the living room. And this is very interesting to me. So I went and looked up the MKBHD channel demographics. 45% mobile phone, 27.5% computer, 18.5% TV, 8% tablet. So almost 20% of you watch MKBHD videos, not the podcast, but MKBHD.
It's almost
channel
exactly
videos.
the same. It's
Okay.
21% for the podcast.
Okay, so about a fifth of you watch this on TVs.
Oh.
I think that was about what I thought, maybe a little higher than what I expected. But then I went and polled on Twitter, just curiously, and asked, do you actually watch YouTube on TV? And the three options I gave were all the time, sometimes, or rarely / never. And it was almost an even split. It was almost an even split between, yeah, all the time. What are you talking about? I love watching YouTube on TV. A lot of people's replies were, yeah, I almost always watch YouTube on a TV. And then a lot of other replies were, including me, I can't remember the last time I put a YouTube video on a TV.
Can I make an analogy with a hard enough cut so where Adam might be able to edit this part out?
Yes.
You discovering that people watch YouTube on TV this often is like, have you ever seen when two people talk about going to the bathroom and they're like, you stand up to wipe, you sit down to wipe, and both people are amazed that the other option exists?
Stand up to wipe? No way.
That is like,
Are you kidding me?
Welcome to the Waveform Poopcast.
That is so disgusting. That is so gross.
They're
does
always,
that?
or like, do you wash your legs? People, like, it's always
Wash
shocked.
your legs?
You're like, people are shocked. Yeah, see, people are like, do you wash your legs? And half people are like, wait, no, of
The
course not.
water runs down my
Exactly.
body.
That's half the people. And the other half of people are like, no, obviously you wash your legs. So there's two halves.
you realizing that people watch on their TV often, to me, and I saw Ellis's face before when you mentioned this, like,
Zero?
I watch so much of my YouTube on TV. I would argue outside of work or when I like just happen to try and listen to YouTube videos as like a podcast in my car, I'd say 90% of the YouTube I watch is on TV.
So you get home, it's the living room TV, you pop up on the couch and you grab that remote and you start typing with that arrow key.
I mean, do you every time you go and watch a YouTube video, do you type in the search bar?
Actually,
what
that's
you
fair.
watch?
It could just be
so
home-
like
so
so
homepage.
much of his homepage, subscription page, recommended afterwards. When you do have to do that, it is a pain. I think there's a lot of UI changes that could be way better. I usually don't type. You can talk on your remote. And it does a pretty good job voice recognition, but I saw this great video the other day that I feel like kind of talks to this, where it's like, finally got home so I can turn on the big screen while I scroll my little screen as reward for looking at the medium screen all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do it all the time. That way I can look at my phone and do stuff. I can have stuff up on the background, or just like, I have a nice TV. I know you have a nice TV.
Yeah.
I want to watch it.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I have a lot of home iPad YouTube use. Actually, honestly, my iPad is 50% a YouTube machine.
Wow.
Wait, real quick, how often do you watch YouTube on your TV?
So I have a projector. I don't have a TV.
Let's count that as a TV.
Sure.
Ellis.
Close enough.
Okay.
Same
You have a
app.
projector running Android TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll show up
Yeah.
in analytics as a TV.
Yeah. I watch almost exclusively YouTube on it. So
Really?
and I watch probably more YouTube on that than I do on my phone.
Aren't you also a 2X person?
Yes.
So you're
I guess I don't.
sitting back.
I guess I watch on my computer a lot too. I will say my phone YouTube usage is not that high unless I'm like on the subway or something or on an airplane.
Yeah, same.
What about you two?
But
I'm the same as David. I pretty much exclusively watch YouTube on my TV. So much so, and this is a little embarrassing, but I have been known to watch shorts on my
Oh,
TV.
no.
Dude,
It's
little embarrassing.
it's not.
There's
it's
a
not something-
shorts carousel
I'm not
on
saying. I'm not saying. I'm
Unfortunately.
just sitting there. But you know,
what are
if-
you doing?
If
You
I
have to.
If
It's
I,
just
if
one
I
short
go on,
playing over and
if I
over.
go on the homepage, and a short thumbnail catches my eye,
Oh boy.
sometimes I'll click it.
is there a shorts carousel in
Absolutely.
the YouTube TV app?
Yeah.
You get to
Yeah.
it. It's harder to get
You
to,
sit
I think.
there,
Yeah.
And you feel like you're one of the guys in Wall-E. You just point the remote TV and down arrow, down arrow, down arrow.
Yeah,
That is a lot. Okay.
Adam?
it's an experience.
I was looking through my YouTube just now to see if it gave me this information, which it does not, and I wish it did. But I feel like I rarely watch YouTube on my phone anymore. It's mostly on TV or computer. Those are the two that I'm split between.
Yeah.
I would say I think our audience is skewed. I'm sure a lot of our audience watches on phones versus TV because we're like such a phone-focused channel.
Yes.
I also am surprised. One thing I don't watch on TV is podcasts. I'm surprised we
I would think
have.
that would be the thing you watch the most on.
Really? No.
How
I
many
love.
feet is your TV from your sink?
I was
It's nowhere
from the
close
sink.
to
I was just going to ask everyone who
Rockefeller over here.
I was going to ask everyone who watches YouTube on the TV or projector, how far away are you sitting from the screen?
10 feet.
Pretty close.
I have a pretty solid. I have a solid living room, so
It's like across the room.
It's across
I just
the
feel
room.
like if it's a big, nice TV, I guess I'm the only one. When I'm watching on my iPad, that's the big, nice screen in front of me. And it's close enough to me that I can see and appreciate little details. I'm watching reviews. I'm watching like car videos, tutorials, random how-to, that like home gym build I sent you guys the other day. It's like,
shout out that channel because he was listening to Waveform on his TV in the video.
I watched a home gym video. We'll link in the show notes, and if you look in the background long enough, you'll see a clip of the Waveform podcast. So that was sick. But that's like me going watch in 4K and like full screen, and like that's me enjoying a high res video.
Why not do that on a TV?
Because the TV is too far away.
What is your what?
Okay.
for me to experience? Like by the time it's 10, 15 feet away, it's small again.
Sounds like you need a bigger TV or a smaller living room.
Describing
Yeah.
optics.
So the iPad,
to something it is.
I got the food in front of me, and then I'm the iPad kid. It's like right there. It's a
Wait,
huge
even when
screen.
you're eating and watching YouTube on the TV is like
Better.
my food will go cold sometimes, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm watching. But
Wow.
Well, that's the
it's
thing.
bad. But
I would
that's the
bet
best way to
you
do it.
That because like longer form content is like much more popular now than it used to be and is kind of the meta on YouTube, that probably correlates with TV usage going higher. Because most of the content that I watch on my TV is like 25-minute videos about city development and stuff.
I think that's the sweet spot for TV, because I think there's like hour-long podcasts that people throw on in their car and like mostly listen to it, and I think
Yeah.
there's short videos that people will scroll vertically on their phone. But I think for like the
25-minute
20-minute mealtime video,
Yes.
like the mealtime subreddit, meal videos,
Mealtime videos.
What? Wait,
25
Can
minute
you guys
videos?
send that to me later?
Yeah.
I need that.
It's literally just like, I'm about to sit down and eat. Let me watch a video that's about the length of it.
I put that on my
of
TV
a meal. Yeah,
every time.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I agree with you on the longer form stuff. I think I've gotten like really into. I watched like video game things, whether it was like the making of the Lego Island game a long time ago. There's a documentary on YouTube
No
about
way,
that.
really?
It's really good. And there's another one about
I love that game.
Simpsons hit and run speed run records, which was really awesome. That's the kind of stuff, and that means I can scroll on my phone at other times.
You're
as
also
well.
on your phone.
Yeah.
While on
Also,
TV.
right now it means I can like. If Lane's off to the side playing with something else, I'm not like right in on my phone.
You can play Pokemon TCG while you're
Like
watching
an open
your
pack.
documentary.
I learned a lot today.
Oh wait, I want to issue a challenge before this.
Okay.
Do a backflip.
Up until next podcast, if you are in your living room and no one else is using the TV, you have to watch any YouTube you want to watch on the TV.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, okay.
Just
I don't-
like experience.
Just experience. it.
Yeah, I'll play with the app. Look, honestly, anytime I use that app, which is few and far between, it's not very good. Like, in order to change resolution, which I habitually do every time I watch a video to max it out, it's a bunch of clicks
yeah.
versus mobile experience.
In their defense, it's also a bunch of clicks on mobile. You have to like click the little gear, additional settings.
True.
20,
Yeah, but it's all
like,
right there
high
in front of me. I'm just poking it versus
Yeah.
like going on the remote. Anyway, I'll do it.
Do it. I
I'll
want to
do
hear next week what you think about it.
I don't spend a lot of time in the living room, but if I do find myself there and I was gonna watch it on the iPad, I will watch it on the TV.
I feel like watching YouTube on mobile is such like an active experience versus
'Cause you're holding it.
Because you're holding it, or like it's right in front of you. Like you can't do anything else. Versus, I feel like when I watch a lot of YouTube, I'm kind of like relaxing. So I'm lounging, I'm kicking back on the couch, and that's when I put on YouTube on the TV.
Yeah, I heard somebody describe it recently as sit back versus sit forward viewing. Like lean
like
back.
the meme.
Oh, I'm laying all the way down with a blanket on.
Yeah.
I am a on the couch blanket kind of guy.
I think the TV watching is mostly laying back, and I think that's also what the iPad is for me. But I think the lean forward computer, TV, or computer or smartphone experience is different. And that's all I really have locked down.
You know what's
So they're
interesting
different.
I
about
just want you to
this?
relax, man.
I feel like a couple years ago, I remember listening to someone at, I think, Reed Hastings at Netflix, something like that, say like their main competitor is YouTube.
Yeah.
And I remember like hearing that and be like, okay, like what are you talking about? But I kind of
Because it's an
see it
attention
now.
economy.
Neil
Yeah,
says in
but-
here for the last 2 years, they're the most watched streaming service.
Yeah,
on-
That's crazy.
on
Yeah.
TVs. Yeah.
That's the thing. YouTube, and we'll end on this. YouTube is so massive. They are both the number one watch streaming service and the number one podcast player.
Which is why Netflix is exploring adding podcasts.
It's true.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to compete with YouTube podcasts?
They're going to try.
They don't have an explore engine quite like YouTube yet.
No, but I bet you they're going to try to do what Spotify did, getting like Joe Rogan exclusively. They'll probably try to get a video podcast exclusively.
But I'm not going to like sit down for a commute and open the Netflix app for podcasts.
People do it for the games. People play the Netflix games. They actually.
I know they do, but I
I know.
refuse to believe
I
it.
agree with you. Apparently, the YouTube games are also popular.
I do see them when I scroll. I've scrolled past them every single time. I've
Yeah.
never clicked on it,
Because
but
they're
I see
horrible.
them.
They're pretty good. You should play them.
God.
yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching this clip.
What?
That was a Clips outro.
Wait, we need to say like and subscribe.
We do?
We definitely do.
What if they just do it without us telling them?
That would be
Thank you.
OP.